All right, what up, y'all? AWB, we back at it again. Want to do a quick, well, I'm not gonna say quick. Want to do a live stream. I got a couple updates in this stream, so y'all be ready for that. Yeah, I'm waiting for a couple people again come into the stream. If not, y'all already know I'ma still go ahead and get started anyway. Uh, but I do like to wait at least like maybe a couple minutes, see if a few people are gonna come in, and then we get started. But yeah, like I said, I got a couple updates and some funny. What's up, Lou? Some funny stuff that that I've been dealing with. So the first thing before, oh, what's up, Joko, Rats to the Moon. What's up? All right, let me show y'all this real quick. I'm gonna show y'all what these people sent me in an email for one of my videos of of Agent Ratliff. If y'all remember Agent Ratliff, I'm gonna see if I can pull up his video real quick. They hold on, y'all. It's hilarious what they sent this that they sent me this email. So y'all see this email. I'm gonna read it for you in a second. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna try to see if I can at least find this find a clip of the video I used. I know I didn't. I got so many videos now. It's getting hard to find them. All right, so this basically one of the videos that I'm gonna show y'all. We back at it. So today we back at OCDA official channel, and we're gonna go see him check a couple of managers and management and standing up for the employees and their complaint.
Mr. Jamie Mack, how you doing? Agent Ratliff with OSHA Cares Diversity Affairs, ID number 33712. I was coming out here to go over some complaints just to get your side of the story, see what's going on inside the warehouse.
So that's just, I'm not gonna play the full video. I just want to show y'all what they the idea of what we're dealing with. So this is what they sent me. I guess they meant to send this to Calamir, the person who actually made the videos, but they sent it to me since I covered the video. But and these people are just clowns. Like, this is just clown activity. And people trying to seem important and all this other stuff. But it says, Mr. White, we represent Justin Kicklighter and Quick Transfers of Dallas, Georgia. It is our understanding that on February 27, 2004, you and another unidentified person entered the Quick Transfer premises and represent yourself as OSHA, as agents of OSHA. First of all, let's talk about it. He does not say he with OSHA. Everybody assumes that, and he just runs with it. He never said he was with OSHA. He never say that. He tell you his company, and he tell you who you with. They just be so rattled that they assume that he's from OSHA, and he just play along with it. He never said that. So for them to try to send this email is crazy. Like, it's crazy. But anyway, I just want to preference this with y'all. He never says he's with OSHA. He never says that. Then it says, while making a video recording of this encounter, you told Mr. Kicklighter that you were there to investigate complaints filed by his employees against the business. Mr. Kicklighter denied your non-existent claims. Now those were real complaints. Uh, those are real complaints that he got from the employees that work there. He's not lying. When 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 Calamar go to these places, he not lying. He does have a real company, and those are real complaints. So during this discussion, you accuse Mr. Kicklighter of being racist and verbally assaulted a customer of Quick Transfers who happened to be there. Following these acts, you, you left. Mr. Kicklighter felt it necessary to give a gift card to the customer you attacked in order to mollify her distress. That has nothing to do with Calumet. They making up stuff right now. It is understood that you make videos to upload and to be uploaded and viewed on various platforms. Leaving aside for a moment question leaving aside for a moment question of whether your work is humorous or entertaining, we demand that you do not publish the video you made at Quick Transfers on February 27th for the following reasons. He already posted the video, so I don't know what they're talking about. But here we go. Whoever falsely assumes or pretends to be of an officer. Hold on. Let me read this completely. By representing yourself as an as a as an agent of OSHA, you violated 18 USC 912. This provides that, for one, he never said he was with OSHA. If people assume what they want to assume. He never said he was with OSHA. But anyway, it says whoever falsely assumes or pretends to be an officer or employee acting under the authority of the United States or any department, agency, or officer thereof, and acts as such or in such pretended character, demands or obtains any money, paper document, or thing of value shall be fined under the title or imprisoned not more than 3 years or both. So they're trying to scare him with that, but this doesn't apply to him. This is why y'all. I'm gonna show y'all the message that I wrote them after this, but it's hilarious. Since you were pretending to be an officer of a federal agency, your acts were clearly in violation of this statute. False. That's false. They don't have no case, no standing because he never said he was from OSHA. But I'm gonna continue. Additionally, your video was made for commercial purposes without the permission of those involved in presence Mr. Kicklighter and Quick Transfers falsely. This is made clear by the other similar videos you posted online. So they watched all his videos pretty much. Your videos are violative. What? Violative. Hold on, y'all. Is that violative? I didn't even know that was a word. Let me make sure. Is that even a word? That's not even a word. They are clowns. That's not even a word. Violative. Hold on, y'all. Let me check the chat. Are y'all violative? Is they not even using real words, man? Come on. How do they expect people to take them serious, man? Come on, now. They they not even using real words here. Let's get back. Let's get back to it. All right. So your acts are violative. They just made up that word of Georgia state law. Georgia guarantees to its citizens a right to privacy. Okay. Your recording, they just making up stuff. Your recording is clearly an invasion of Mr. Kicklighter's privacy under Georgia law. You made various accusations against Mr. Kicklighter, including that he was racist. This is untrue. Therefore, your video presents Mr. Kicklighter in a false light. So they're trying to, if anything, this would have to be a something to deal with what is it? Something dealing with character, like assassination of character, something like that. But what they talking about is they're not even saying the right stuff that would kind of apply. To establish a false light invasion of privacy claim, a plaintiff must show the existence of false publicity depicting her as something or someone which she is not, and must demonstrate that false light in which she was placed would be highly offensive to a reasonable person. Torrance versus Moore's P Hub, public. Y'all see that? I highlight it for you if y'all want. Further, your video constitutes an invasion of Mr. Kicklighter's privacy. You entered onto private property and recorded Mr. Kicklighter without his permission for your own benefit. And an appropriation of likeliness claim does not require the invasion of something secret, secluded, or a private building pertaining to a plaintiff, nor does it involve falsely. Instead, the tort consists of appropriation for a defendant's benefits, uses, or advantages of a plaintiff's name or likeliness. And then they list some other BS right here. Additionally, posting this video constitutes a violation of the terms of service of YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Since you have made and posted many similar videos, you would most likely be deplatformed from these sites and barred from using them. Platform what? And barred from using. Hold on, y'all. Deplatform using these. I know you'll most likely be deplatformed from these sites and barred from using them where your I think that's it's I can read y'all. They just can't write them where your actions reported. So oh man. Whenever I'm having issue reading something, I know it's because they wrote it a certain way that's weird. Have no doubt that we take this matter very seriously. If you do not take down these videos immediately, we will report your impersonation of a federal official to the appropriate. I don't think they even spell these words right, but authorities, and report the video's violation of the terms of service of the platform to which they were uploaded. I am sure one video isn't worth the sacrifice of many of your followers, any money, damages, and fine which may result, and a term in federal prison for violating a federal crime statute, a federal criminal statute. Please respond in writing that you have deleted all copies, edits, and elements of the video in question, and that you will make no public comment on Mr. Kicklighter's quick transfers or anything to do with this matter. If we do not receive your response within 2 days, or if your post, or if you post anything related to the foregoing on the internet, we will take appropriate steps. Sincerely, Adam Hirschfield. And y'all see my comment down here. This is hilarious. Y'all are clowns. So fluffy pillow when they fluffy pillow when they fall, it don't hurt. So all right, y'all. So y'all see that this is complete clown activity that they got going on here. Uh I want to actually play the video now. Let's see the actual video. I'm not even gonna play it from I'm gonna play it from their from OCD officials page. Yeah, hold on, y'all. Let me find this video because now they make me want to watch the video again. We get you back. This is it right here. It's only a 6-minute video, so we're gonna watch it. All right. So this is the hold on, y'all. Let me share this tab.
It's your boy
This is the video that they just sent me an email for. Remember, this is this is not my channel. This is just me looking at a video like anybody can do on the internet, and they sent me the email.
Hey, what it do, man? It's your boy Agent Ratliff with Ocean Cares Diversity Fair ID number 33712. And we out here at my print plug and to get in here and rectify and recommend Mr. Tanner Collins. How you doing? How you doing? My name is Agent Ratliff with Ocean Cares Diversity Affairs ID number 33712. And we was coming out here to see a Mr. or Mrs. Collins.
Okay. Yeah, give me just a second.
Okay, thank you so much.
Y'all have a meeting planned?
Yes, we just coming out here to go over some complaint. We just need to get his side of the story, see what's going on inside the work.
Yeah, no worries. Give me just a second.
Thank you. Hey, did we come at a wrong time?
Yeah, him and the other owner in the meeting. I don't know. He said it should just be a couple minutes.
Okay. Yeah, so we've been out here for about a good 20 minutes now waiting on this man. You feel me? She even told me that he back there speaking with the owner and somebody else. And that's the door right there. I've been wanting to walk through that door so bad. So the fact that we out here waiting is gonna be even more better. I don't like waiting. How you doing?
Good. How are y'all?
You Mr. Tanner Collins?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How you doing? My name is Agent Ratliff. For Ocean Carriers Diversity Affairs ID number 33712. You got an office we can speak? Yeah. All right. Recording for quality assurance and for our company records and transcript, but it's no audio. So I was coming out here to go over some complaints with you that were filed on behalf of your work performance and management dating all the way back November 2023. And what we like to do, Mr. Collins, we just like to come out here and get your side of the story because we try to remain unbiased in these situations before we make a determining factor of who we want to let go or issue any fines to.
You said 11/23, year 23?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. November 2023.
Gotcha.
And the complaints are totally anonymous, but I can read them off to you verbatim.
Do I get a copy of this?
Yes, sir. Okay. But you can write it down if you want.
Well, do I get a copy today?
No, you don't have to get a copy today. So right here it says doesn't want to give anyone raises.
There's a OSHA complaint?
Yes, sir. Right here. Calls his employees the worst employees ever behind their backs. Says right here, he fires everyone through text. He doesn't have balls to face them. Creepy Chris tries to fuck Cat every day. Justin holds pointless meetings and calls everyone out for little mistakes. And they say right here, one day I seen Tanner nose bleeding and he tried to blame it on a medical issue, but everybody knows he does powder. So, Mr. Collins, like, well, like I said, we try to remain unbiased before we make a determining factor who we want to let go. So, what's your side of the story? Like, what's going on inside this place, and why did it take you so long to even come out here to meet us? We really don't like waiting. And the young lady said the owner was here. So if the owner is here, we definitely need to speak with him as well.
Yeah, I wasn't being disrespectful, but I was in the middle of an interview.
Okay, get the owner in. Yeah, because this is a serious matter.
Y'all got a job to do. I understand. Let me go grab him.
It's all good. Take me a shot of Tito. Motherfucker want to make me wait. Damn, that shit is wrong. Ooh, shit. It's time to get live now.
Sir, how are you?
How you doing? How you doing? Agent Ratliff with Ocean Cares Diversity Affairs, ID number 33712. What's going on inside the warehouse? Because like I expressed to him, like, we don't like waiting.
You're coming into a currently operational business.
And by how many African Americans you have out there?
3?
3?
Yeah.
3 out of what? How many employees you guys have?
16.
And there's only 3 black people?
Mm-hmm. Sir?
That don't sit well.
Actually, we're going to do this another time.
16 people, and only 3 black people. Okay. Before we leave, we need to speak with Creepy Chris.
No, you don't.
We need to speak with Chris
No.
and Kat. Get in here. Come on.
No. You can leave the business.
Every time somebody asks us to leave, it's because they're always trying to hide something. You the owner of this place, and you won't let me speak to the certain individuals I need to speak to. It lets me know that you're trying to hide something.
No, because I can tell in your tone.
Oh, so now you calling me an angry black man? That's y'all problem now. Y'all always get scared of us.
I'm one of my black employees. Am I racist?
It's only 3.
I'm going to ask you to leave again.
Come on, get in here.
And you get out.
And you need a day off.
Actually,
I don't even know why you coming to work hard for these people.
How are you?
I am frustrated.
You frustrated because the truth coming out.
Dude, I am.
That's why you want to call the police, because you like to fire people through text. That's your problem now. You always want to laugh and kiki with the ladies, but your ass don't want to do no damn work because you a hoe. Which one of y'all is Cat?
These are customers. These have nothing to do with the business
You just
except for
asked me
shopping.
for my order number.
Oh, okay. I'm
And
sorry.
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
want to
But
be
you
on
speak
video
back.
either, so.
Well, get your ass back. You trying to
No,
you
you're
trying to
not.
have an attitude with me? Nah, if you didn't want to be on video, you should have just stepped out the way. If she trying to have to play the little white girl, I don't want to be like trying to make me look bad. Girl, get your ass out the camera. I don't want to have to come back in here, man. I'm gonna shut this shit down. And you need to get some balls. Stop firing people through text. If you want to fire somebody, just tell them in their face. Stop being a little bitch. Get your whole ass. You can't call the police because I'm an authoritative figure. And by the time they get here, we gonna be gone, dummy. Y'all always want to call the police on a black man because y'all know we the real king. You ain't shit. You ain't racist, your ugly ass. Hey, what it?
All right, y'all. So that video caused them to send me this email. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, y'all. I can't believe they actually sent me this email. I wonder if I could. I'm gonna forward this to Calamir, if Agent Ratliff, I should say. I don't know if he got an email, but I'm gonna have to check. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to try to find his email and see if I can send it to him. But let me stop the share. Missouri old dog Nutrits. What's up? What's up? Yeah, so I just want to first share that with y'all that they sent me this email in regards to a video that wasn't even my video. I just I just looked at the video and made a video. But they clowns, and now they got another video because I'm gonna post that one too. But yeah, if you haven't already, go check out Calumet page. This one. Some good comedy on this page. And he doing a good service. In my opinion, I think it's a good thing that you got people that want to stand up for the employees that, you know, they can't say what they want to say to their boss because they're afraid of being fired. So y'all know how that go. But I also have some other videos lined up. One video. So let me get right. So I had this one lined up. So I did a video a while back for this man who was tased. So it was a traffic stop because of cops' ego. One cop pulled over this guy's son, saying that he was following him too close and whatever. So the dad decided to park like behind the down the road. He parked a distance away so he could watch and make sure his son was okay and safe. And they ran over to him and told him he had to leave. And when he tried to leave, they screamed at him, telling him to leave. Then he was pulling off, and then they screamed at him, telling him to stay. And then they tased him in the face and in the teeth, and drug him out the car, tased him again, and just brutalized him for no reason. But let's get into it. Y'all gonna see.
Do you remember this video from Los Animas County, Colorado, where this guy gets pulled over?
This was Los Animas County. I remember we looked up their police department and everything, their sheriff department. Their sheriff department page is like a recruitment page for psychopaths.
And then his father pulls up behind in a white pickup truck and tries to wait.
Ask where you're a little snippy. What's the problem is?
What's the problem?
Yeah,
you're following too closely. Can't you see the roads are icy? You see me slowing down and you're still coming up behind me.
Do you need to be behind this traffic stop?
Yeah, I do.
Why?
It's my son right there. He was following me.
Okay, he's on a traffic stop, so you don't need to be behind it.
You gotta be mean.
Oh, I'm not being mean. We just don't like when people pull in behind us.
I don't like it.
That's what we get paid to do, to pull people over.
You don't get paid to be a
But you don't either, okay? I don't got to put up with your bull. Okay, I asked you a simple question.
So this cop thinks his job is to get paid. He thinks he gets paid to pull people over. Remember, he said that.
no, I don't. I'm waiting on my son. He's my ride back to Wilson.
Leave. Stay. Hey, stop the get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car.
But he gets tased in the face. Well, there's been a huge final update in that case. There has now been a settlement of the civil lawsuit for $1.5 million. Yeah, so the father here, Kenneth Espinoza, ended up getting $1.5 million in a settlement for getting tased in the face. Now, why so much? Well, the main officer involved here, a guy named Trujillo, had a history. In fact, just 12 days before he arrested Mr. Espinoza, the county had settled a different federal lawsuit alleging that Trujillo and a guy named Noel used excessive force when they forcibly arrested a deaf woman in a hospital where she was recovering from a suicide attempt. The deputies had been called to the hospital not for an alleged crime, but just to transport her for treatment. But this incident all began when Officer Noel, also involved in that other event, pulled over Mr. Espinoza's son for following him too closely.
Windows frozen.
Okay. What's up? Deputy Noah with the sheriff's office. Let me get your driver's license ready. Hold that dog.
Allie, get back. Ask where you're a little snippy. What's the problem is?
What's the problem?
Yeah,
you're following too closely. Can't you see the roads are icy? You see me slowing down and you're still coming up behind me. There's no reason
It's
for you
not
to be
good to
doing
put your
that.
brakes in that. See,
It's not good. Don't tell me how I should be driving.
I'm not telling
Okay,
you.
I'm in a
I'm not
marked.
telling you how I-
All right, but I'm in a. That doesn't give you the right to follow a marked patrol car close like that. What if I had to stop? I know there is ice there. That's why I was cruising, so I don't slip.
Me and you both, really.
There's no reason for you to be that close behind a marked patrol car.
So he's mad because somebody was following him too close. And that's why he got an attitude, and he's this irate because somebody was following him too close, cruising.
Kenneth Espinoza had been going to the same place that his son was driving to. When he saw that his son was pulled over, he also pulled over to wait and to watch. But the deputies approached. They told him to leave. He initially refused to leave, but then they told him to leave. But then they told him not to leave. And that's when they tased him in the face.
Do you need to be behind this traffic stop?
Yeah, I do.
Why?
It's my son right there. He was following me.
Okay, he's on a traffic stop, so you don't need to be behind it.
Well, you gotta be mean.
Oh, I'm not being mean. We just don't like when people pull in behind us.
I don't like when they kill my son.
Take a look how far away he is.
That's what we get paid to do, to pull people over.
You don't get paid to be an asshole. You
don't. That's what we get. Just don't like when people pull in behind us.
I don't like when they kill my son.
That's what we get paid to do, to pull people over.
You don't get paid to be an asshole.
You don't either, okay? I don't got to put up with your bullshit, okay? I asked you a simple question, okay?
Hold on, man.
In fact, you need to leave now or you're going to get charged. It's that easy.
Just leave. Just leave.
I'm recording too. I asked you a simple question. If you have a shitty attitude, that's your problem. Okay?
Pounding on my door.
Yeah, you saw me and you rolled your window up when I came.
Traffic stop.
Hold on a second,
Right.
okay?
No.
You rolled your window up when I walked up,
don't
okay?
care.
So
I'm
I
not
knocked
on
on your
traffic
window,
stop.
okay?
You
You
didn't
are not
pull
a
me
cop.
over.
You don't need to be
I don't
behind
care
me,
if I'm a
okay?
cop or
So
not.
you need to leave
No,
right
I
now.
don't need to do anything.
You
I'm
got
on a
5
public
seconds
street.
to leave, okay? There's no reason for you to be behind this traffic stop. No reason,
I'm on
okay?
a public street.
No reason,
Is
okay?
this not a public
No
street?
reason.
Do I not pay
Okay.
tax?
And do you always stop behind cops when they pull people over?
I ain't stop right behind
Okay, you don't need to be here.
I ain't
You don't
stopped
need
right
to be
behind
here,
you,
okay?
sir.
You need to go.
No, I don't. I'm waiting on my son.
All right,
He's my
fine.
ride back to Wilson.
Leave. Leave. That's before. Stay. Hey, stop the get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car.
What are you gonna do? You gonna?
That's before. Give me that radio. Get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car.
The footage then shows the father being tased multiple times, including while he was handcuffed.
You do what you're told, all right? You think it's okay just to roll up on traffic stops and not do what you're told? Now you go to jail.
Well, what do you want, Double? Your original guy.
He's gonna get a citation. He's staying there. That's my original stuff.
Okay. What do you want from us? What can we do to help?
We should be good.
Okay.
I got Med coming to check him out.
Okay. All right.
Look how worked up they are over like this is how can this work you up? Like, how can this be what gets your adrenaline pumping and you pulling out your gun to try to shoot? Like, how is this situation the situation that causes that?
All right. If you guys are good with us.
All right.
Yeah, you guys are good with us. I don't believe that this was known at the time that I did my first video on this, but according to the Denver Post, investigations into this incident showed that there was a supervisor here in the sheriff's department, a guy named Santis Stephen. I'm not sure how in the world you pronounce that he signed off on a use of force report on Espinoza here getting tased in the face. That he signed off on this report without even reviewing the case or even reviewing the officer's body cam. Additionally, an independent report from the Pueblo County Sheriff's Office recommended a criminal investigation into Trujillo and Noel. Now, when this lawsuit kicked off, it exposed Trujillo's criminal history and 5 civil protection orders requested against him. Now, when I see that, that doesn't necessarily mean a lot except for the number 5. A civil protection order being requested, anybody can request those. If I'm assuming these are like domestic violence protective orders, anybody can request those, and they're fairly easily granted, except against police officers. Also doesn't say whether they were all from the same like crazy person or something. So that alone isn't necessarily something. But apparently also Trujillo has been convicted of several criminal charges between 1997 and 2009 in Los Animas County, including displaying a weapon, harassment, and fighting in public. Also, in case I didn't mention it before, Mr. Espinosa did face several charges in connection with this incident, but the prosecutors later wisely dropped all of the charges. So $1.5 million. I've seen some people saying, well, it should have been more. Well, these sorts of cases, remember, you have qualified immunity. Any $1.5 million settlement in a lawsuit against the government for police tasing somebody is a fantastic result. And why was it a fantastic result here? Well, you had everything that I just listed about this police officer's background. Why is that important? Because generally in Section 1983 cases, the reality is we have to sue the individual police officer. So what that means is when it comes time for trial, you have the police officer sitting there as a defendant, not like the mayor or the sheriff of a county or the county commissioners. And the jurors are not told that the county or the city is going to pay whatever judgment they award. So here you have a history of misconduct, and you have the county really being on notice that this guy has past criminal charges, has past complaints of excessive force. Perhaps there was a great Monell claim here, which is the exception where you can sue the county or the city, not the state, because of the 11th Amendment, but you can sue the county or the city for like a pattern or practice of constitutional violations. And that could just include having this guy out there pulling people over and confronting citizens with a badge when they knew or should have known that he was a bad guy, that he had done this before and was likely to do it again. And I think that may have played a part here, because then the jurors know that the county itself is on the hook here, and that tends to increase, verdict amounts. So that may have been a big part of that. Another important thing that we look for here as civil rights lawyers in cases like this is you have a victim, Mr. Espinosa, who was completely innocent. He wasn't suspected of having committed any crime whatsoever. He had a perfectly reasonable explanation to be where he was. He was traveling, going to the same place as his son. He stopped and observed the traffic stop, which he had every right to do. He wasn't even close. He parked way back. He wasn't causing these police officers any problem at all. So you have a bad cop, you have a completely innocent plaintiff, and then you have a jurisdiction, Colorado, where there have been large jury verdict awards against police officers, such as one I just did a video on, the SWAT raid with the grandma. So there it is, the final update on this case. As always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe both here and at the blog at thecivilrightslawyer.com. If you have a video that you want me to review, please use the submission link below.
All right, y'all. So let's stop this share and get back. All right, y'all. So as you see, what I'm trying to do is do some updates on some of the videos that I've done before. A lot of people want to know, like, well, what happened after? So I'm trying to do some of those as well. But yeah, so here you have a case where y'all see what happened. They tased him in the face. They pulled him over because he was following too close, and that he was already on edge because he was following too close. Then the guy's father is there to make sure they were already following each other. It's not like he just showed up. So they were already following each other. So his father pulls over way behind this traffic stop. It's not like he pulled right up on them. He gave them quite a bit of space and just went to observe from a distance to make sure everything was okay. This sheriff deputy didn't like that the father wanted to stay there and protect his son and make sure his son was okay. So he tells him he has to leave from public, and which is insane to begin with. Like, you can't tell somebody to leave public just because you don't like them. Come on, like, oh, we don't like you behind us. But that's, you ever notice that they say they don't like you behind them, but as soon as they arrive on the scene, they try to surround you and try to get behind you as quickly as possible. Like, that's all they always try to get behind you, and then when you behind them, they don't like it. That should tell you something right there. But they were so hostile for no reason. This guy pulled out his gun and was going and may have shot this man after he was told to leave. He told him to leave, and then he was pulling off. And before he could even hit the brake, when he say stop, he pulled out his gun and was ready to shoot him, telling them to stop. And this was all insane. And then they tased him several times. This was crazy. Right, Jima. His father stated that the son was his ride home after he dropped off the truck. Yeah, this was ridiculous to me. Like, for one, why would you be that mad? Because and if you wasn't going that fast, then like, I don't get this whole thing. It's like everything that cops do, they don't want it to be done to them. Almost everything they do, and or anything they try to pull you over for, or this and that, they do it. Like speeding, they'll pull you over for speeding. Cops speed all the time. They'll pull you over for running red lights. Cops do it all the time. They just hit their lights and go. Tailgating, cops do it all the time. All the time they do it. But if you do it to them, it's a problem. Like this, they really upset me with the bullshit that they, it's just all BS. So I'm gonna keep going with this. Let me share, because I got a few videos lined up. GMI says always trying to assert their authority when they stop people. That's all it is like, it's just little man syndrome, I guess you could say. And I'm not talking about little as far as height. It's just like, you just a little person on the inside. Like, it's just, you just like, why do you feel like you have to do that to make yourself seem bigger? Like, if you have to do that to make yourself seem bigger, then come on. Hey, I guess it's the reason I haven't had that problem. But it's weird to me. It's just weird. Okay, so here we go. This was another one that I just saw. That was it's about to be a big problem, and I'm gonna say why at the end of this video. But this is indisputable with Dr. Rashad Ritchie, and the title of this video is Black City Official and Husband Brutalized by Cops in Traffic Stop. Let's go ahead and play this.
City official and husband brutalized by state police. Look at this.
They are. That is my husband. That's my husband. That's my husband, please. It's okay, baby. That is my husband. I don't know why he's doing this. It's okay. Go, baby. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm going to get hit. Do not. I work for the mayor. I work for the mayor. Go. I work for the mayor. Go. Please just stop. Go. It's because I'm black. Would you please? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Give me your hand. When you're getting paid. Stay right there. I am. I can't go anywhere. What is happening? It's okay, man. Don't worry. I don't know why this is happening. It's okay. Stay calm. We ain't done nothing wrong. I know. It's fine. We ain't done nothing. He just punched me. He just punched me. I saw everything. I hope you're thinking doing. It's okay. What is going on?
Another one that is extremely difficult to watch, difficult to listen to. Imagine how she felt, how he felt. Investigation is now underway after Selena Morrison, city's executive director of the Office of LGBT Affairs, and her husband, Darius McLean, taken into custody Saturday morning after a confrontation with a Pennsylvania state trooper on the Vine Street Expressway. The video of their arrests captured by...
Now, I hope y'all heard. She said LGBT. So you already know what's coming with that. They really messed up.
By Morrison, posted by her sister online, quickly circulated on social media. Morrison yelling at one point, "I work for the mayor. I work for the mayor," where the trooper can be heard telling her to shut the F up. When the trooper turned to arrest Morrison, her phone appears to be knocked to the ground. She can be heard saying, "He just punched me." There's more. Morrison, 51, has been the city's executive director of the Office of LGBT Affairs since 2020, becoming what officials at the time believed to be the first openly transgender person to lead any city office or department. McLean, 35, is the chief operating officer of the Philadelphia-based William Way Community Center and director of the Arcilla Adams Trans Resource Center. Philadelphia Inquirer with the details here. Mayor Sherelle L. Parker addressed the incident later that day in a statement on X. Here it is in part. Earlier today, a Pennsylvania state trooper executed a car stop on the Vine Street Expressway, reportedly for a motor vehicle code violation. Selena Morrison was in the vehicle that was stopped. Video circulating on social media that depicts a portion of the incident is very concerning to me, and I will have no further comment until the investigation has been completed. That from the mayor of Philadelphia. For ABC 6 Action News, next steps regarding charges and how Mayor Parker on the left responds all hinge on the result of the district attorney's investigation. District Attorney's Office is asking for the public's help in collecting more evidence, including video, photos. District Attorney Larry Krasner on the right has said his office will not make any charging decisions until a thorough, even-handed investigation is complete. State police initially filed several misdemeanor charges like resisting arrest, obstruction of justice, summary charges against the couple, but the charges were declined by the district attorney's office pending additional review, said the agency spokesperson, Lieutenant Adam Reed. Couple released from custody Saturday evening. Let's give you more details, if we can, about this traffic stop, because there's always more to it. And such is the case here. Now, state police said Just after 9 a.m. Saturday, a trooper stopped Morrison, who was driving a gray Infiniti sedan, after observing multiple vehicle code violations. Reed said Sunday that the car's registration was expired and suspended. Its windows were illegally tinted. Headlights were not illuminated in the rain. You see where we're going with this, don't you? This is my commentary now. You see where we're going with this. And Morrison was following too closely behind another driver. Wow. Peel back the decades on this one. It sounds familiar. Before the trooper made contact with Morrison, police said McLean, driving a green Dodge sedan, pulled up behind them. The trooper approached the Dodge, and the operator of the vehicle became verbally combative toward the trooper. That's according to the state police. I did hear verbally combative conduct. I did hear that, but I didn't hear it the way the statement reads. Individual refused multiple lawful orders made by the trooper, and the trooper subsequently attempted to place the individual under arrest. The individual resisted arrest on multiple occasions. That's another one that comes up a lot, resisting arrest. While attempting to arrest McLean, state police said Morrison approached the trooper, tried to interfere in their arrest. Video of the incident, shared online by Morrison's sister, raised questions about the interaction. In the video, the trooper is seen attempting to handcuff McLean, who was lying on the slick pavement near the highway shoulder as cars passed.
Dangerous.
Reed said the trooper was not outfitted with a body cam. That's convenient. As the program is not yet fully deployed across the state. He said the trooper's vehicle was equipped with a mobile video recorder and microphone. I want to start at the end there, Senator, because it's taking a long time in a lot of these jurisdictions, at least seems like a long time to me, to roll out the programs for these body cams, you know, the kind that can't just be turned off, erased, that kind of thing, globally. There's always a reason in these high profile stops, many of them where we're just not getting it start to finish. Would you like to start there or, well, wherever you wish?
No,
All right. So here's what's gonna be the big thing with this right here. You're dealing with two big problems here. That's two reasons why it's going to be a big problem. For one, you're dealing with two different communities. You're dealing with the Black community and you're dealing with the LGBT community. And this stop looks pretty, the way they were being treated looks like that officer had prejudice against this group of people. Even though I think this officer is probably would do this to any and everybody because they're psychopaths and they see any civilian as prey and they prey on them. And if you don't follow their orders or bow down to their authority, this is the way they act. But the fact that this person is LGBT or they involved in that community at all, it is going to be major. It's going to be major. And they really messed up. Y'all already know that is a very sensitive community. And if anything happens, they are, you know, you're going to hear about it. And especially you have it on camera where he finished with one person and runs over to attack another person. Come on, man. All this because they said it was an expired registration. Then they said it was suspended. So which one is it? Is it suspended or is it expired? I guess it's both, apparently. And so they have, and the tent is too dark, and they were following somebody too closely. You know, they didn't say how close, but you know, what hopefully we'll hear more about this story and see and be able to update you later on it. But you know, they dealing with a big problem here. For one, oh, another problem is that these people work for the mayor. So somebody's gonna have to be the scapegoat for this. Like, this officer just doesn't know, like, he's not important enough for him not to be the scapegoat of this situation. And you know, he's gonna have to answer, you know, a lot of times these officers think that they're not gonna have to answer for their actions, but in this case, he's going to have to answer to these actions, because this is not just gonna go away. You're dealing with somebody who worked for the mayor, you're dealing with an LGBT community person, and you're dealing with a Black person. So these are a lot of factors that are gonna blow this story up and make it really bad for this officer, which it should be, because he shouldn't be running around acting like that. Okay, Jima, I will. Matter of fact, the next story that I want to check out was a story that Karen actually sent me. She sent me this one. So I'll go ahead and play this one. But so yeah, this is Unhinged Troll has a meltdown. Then this happens. This is Harvey Freebird's channel, and Karen actually sent this over to me to check out. This was similar to what happened with Cammed Up Caveman. No, this is not. I don't think this is Cammed Up Caveman. It was another video where we saw where they knocked down the person's camera out the hand. But anyway, this was a crazy person just, you know, being crazy. But this this scene here is hilarious, right? Look at this cop. Look at the cop, man. You already know it's gonna be hilarious. And then this guy is who has all the action. But let's go ahead and check it out.
I don't hide from none of you. I don't hide from none of you. Huh? That's right.
What are you upset about, Bobby?
Oh, what am I upset about?
Yeah.
What am I upset about? Tell that boy come disrespect me. You know what?
Who are you talking
like
about?
I told you, I got cash. I could have bonded this boy out a long time ago.
Who are you talking
Y'all
about?
know
Oh
what
my
the hell's
goodness.
going on.
Hold on, y'all.
Dude, like I told you, man, you're sitting
Hold
there
on,
harassing
man.
people with these cameras. And out of common courtesy, when people.
Bobby.
Oh, what am I upset about?
Yeah.
What am I upset about? Tell that boy come disrespect me. You know what?
Who are you talking
like
about?
I told you, I got cash. I could have bonded this boy out a long time ago.
Who are you talking about?
I don't know what the hell.
That is ridiculous. That come on. Come on, man. You got to care about yourself at least a little bit. Come on, man.
What's going on? Dude, like I told you, man, you're sitting here harassing people with these cameras. And out of common courtesy, when people, especially at the boat ramp, they're asking you not to do it. And then I'm telling you, I'm one that will come right up to you and 1 inch off your face. We recovered an amount that's not measurable by weight. Okay? It's not measurable by weight. If you ever smoke, I can tell you how to clean a fucking pipe. I told them they ain't doing it right. But I can get it out of the smoking, I'm telling you.
Y'all ready to go, man? This man.
Yeah, it wasn't
A little bit different, but we're gonna talk about this man right here, Bobby Kennedy / AKA the Heathen is his YouTube channel name. I'm not gonna post his YouTube channel or his link because he doesn't deserve any support. And as you'll see in this video, he doesn't want any followers. But then at the end of the video, you're going to see how he shows up on our cop watches recently. And now he's a cop watcher. But he started off as a supporter or pretending to be a supporter. And then I don't know if he sits at home and gets drunk and turns into a keyboard warrior, but then he starts leaving these weird, crazy comments all over everybody's videos, supporting the police and bashing us. And so Then it seems like this man is trolling us, and a lot of people think that this guy made the fake account, Heather Holt, the pimp, and called and ratted on Matt Reardon when he drove into Galveston, called and ratted him and said that he was drinking. And as you all know, he got pulled over and got a DUI. Well, this is the footage from us at the jail, and we were bonding Matt out. This man showed up acting like a crazy man. He even knocked my camera out of my hand. Anyways, let's get to it. I'll see you guys later.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad y'all still alive. I want the truth to be told. Y'all talk about transparency. If somebody comes in and doesn't agree with your narrative, y'all block them instantly. Huh?
I didn't block
Hey,
it.
man, what's up?
I got 3 different fucking computers on all of y'all. I don't like transparency or the truth. I want to tell the truth about your boy Matt Reardon. Why did he do a year in jail? Why did he do the year? Huh?
Go ahead and tell us.
Because he pleaded guilty. He pleaded guilty to stalking. That's why. 2 times.
What's that have to do with what he's in here
Huh?
for?
What's it have to do with what he's doing here? He's in here because he was over there running his mouth to the police.
That doesn't make any sense. Matthew Reardon, a.k.a. Lafayette County Audits, never has even spoken to the Galveston City Police Department. He got pulled over and got thrown in their jail as soon as he crossed the city line because somebody, a troll, which a lot of people think is you, Bobby, snitched him out and lied and said that he had been drinking. Oh, yeah?
Huh? Yeah. I want to know which one of y'all gonna, and your boy Ninja, tell him, hey Ninja, you listen, boy, we're in prison together. I'll be, why? One of y'all gonna, and your boy Ninja,
You ain't doing
tell
that.
him, hey Ninja, you listen, boy, we're in prison together. I'll be, why?
Oh. You okay, man? Do you need medical?
I need some water, man.
You're hyperventilating, man.
Crazy. Look at security guard. This is crazy. Look at that security guard.
What's going on? Did I miss something?
Get out of here, man. Bro, how do you get like that?
I don't hide from none of you. I don't hide from none of you. Huh? That's right.
What are you upset about, Bobby?
Oh, what am I upset about?
Yeah.
What am I upset about? Tell that boy come disrespect me. You know what?
Who are you talking
like
about?
I told you, I got cash. I could have bonded this boy out a long time ago.
Who are you talking
Y'all
about?
know what the hell is going on.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know that Ninja was blocking you. I didn't
Oh.
know Ninja was blocking you last night.
No, I'm blocked right now too. That's okay, man, because that just tells me that y'all are liars, dude. Even you with your credibility. When you pepper sprayed this man at the boat ramp, your video from the water camera that went in the water, it starts with the first spray. This man is no closer to you than this right here when you sprayed him the first time. He's got a cigarette in this hand. This hand is by his side.
You couldn't see his other hand grabbing me because the camera was
As
here.
big as you are, man, come on.
Look,
Come on. Now, the
I don't go
camera
down.
bother me,
I don't
man,
go
but
down there to
common
fight.
courtesy, man.
And you can hear him threaten me. He said he was going to shove my camera down my throat, and then he grabbed me. That's when I stood up and I made.
And then the credibility.
I had
man.
scratches on my
Your
arms for where he
credibility
grabbed me.
At the time, even on your live stream, you're talking about, man, I didn't even know you had to fight. I was over here. I was filming this because I thought the fight was over here. When the police come, you're telling the police that you was witnessing it with your own 2 eyes.
I did.
How can you witness it? You witnessed it the second time, not the first
No, I
spray.
seen him spray the first.
Oh my goodness. Don't do drugs. And if you drink this much alcohol, you got a problem.
Time because I was walking back. Trying to get him over there because there was a.
So what are you upset about? That I didn't fight him with my fist? That's what you're mad about?
No, man. No, listen.
I don't go down there to fight. If you want to go down there and fight, you go down there to fight. But if somebody threatens me and accosts me, I'm going to mace them.
We're all those. If you do it again, my bad. He's mad about Ninja.
Oh, he's sounds like he's mad that I maced that drunk guy for threatening me and accosting
Listen
me.
here. Ain't none of it true. Ain't none of it true.
What?
Ain't none of it true.
What Ninja said?
Yeah.
I don't know. I honestly, I haven't gone back and watched the video to see what was being said in the chat. I honestly don't know. I got very little sleep last night. I woke up late today.
Dude, like I told you, man, you're sitting here harassing people with these cameras. And out of common courtesy, when people, especially at the boat ramp, they're asking you not to do it. And then I'm telling you, I'm one that will come right up to you and 1 inch off your face. Sorry about that.
Just assaulted me, man.
I'm telling you, I'm one that will come right up to you and 1 inch off your face. Oh, sorry about that.
So at this point, I had already reached in my pocket and got my mace, and I was fixing to sauce this guy. But when he apologized, I no longer saw him as a threat. And so I did not mace him. I know a lot of people in the comment section are going to be disappointed that I didn't mace him. And they're going to say that I had the right to mace him. And yes, you guys are right. But I don't regret my decision not to mace him because I no longer saw him as a threat when he's picking up my phone and apologizing.
Assault right there.
Yeah, with that, I wouldn't. For one, well, let me say this. I would first tell him that he don't need to be that close to be able for this to happen. But he didn't directly like slap his phone out of his hand. He tried to like get like that in front of the camera, and he's so messed up that I believe he accidentally hit the camera. So I wouldn't fight somebody after that, or I wouldn't mace them after that. But still, you can't let it, when people get up that close to you, if he would have maced him or he would have like started to fight him after that, I think it would be justified. But I didn't really see that as a threatening, or he tried to destroy his property and slap it down. So, but anyway, he's still doing too much. He's still getting too close, and that should tell him right there. And he apologized immediately because he did not want the smoke. You notice that he did not want the smoke.
Sorry about that.
Just assaulted me, man.
But I'm trying to tell you, see, and then you're gonna
Now, see,
spray me.
Right.
Yeah, I could have sprayed you just now. See, I don't fight people. I got my mace right here. You're lucky I didn't spray you.
Look, you're getting ready. Look.
Yeah. You did the same thing that other asshole just did, bro.
The camera was the accident, man. That was an accident.
It doesn't matter, man. Unwanted touching is assault.
Out there in the parking lot, right? You done?
Yeah, go find somebody that wants to fight, man.
You just assaulted. You want to press charges on me, Harvey?
No.
All right, man. Like we all friends, man.
The only reason I pressed charges on that other guy is because he ruined my camera.
Huh?
I'm not shaking his hand. I'm not shaking his hand. No, look. they crazy. No. I'm not shaking his hand. Get away from me, bro.
100% true.
I don't know where your hands.
Look, those are independent witnesses down there that told the cops exactly what happened. That's why that man got arrested for assaulting me.
Another one. Look at. What is going on? Come on, man. Look at the back of his neck.
Assaulting me.
I don't know what happened here.
That is ridiculous.
Nothing happened.
Phone fell or whatever. So that's so don't hang it.
Well, I was on the way out, man. I was just shaking everybody's hand, man. All the backup too, huh? All right, then. That too, man. Y'all have a good day, man. All right, man.
Hey, pull the records on that police report. There were independent witnesses down there that saw that man assault me before I maced him. All right. Well, when he reached around my camera, you can't see. You can't see when he reached around my camera what happened. Yeah. The guards at the Galveston County Jail asked Bobby to leave for making a fool out of himself and assaulting me in the lobby of the jail. He does leave, but he's still watching Good Citizen News' live stream. And in Good Citizen News' live stream, I said that we should run his name and do a background check on him since he's so worried about Matt Reardon's background and everybody else's background. Well, as we're leaving, he decided to show back up and confront us again, which, by the way, it's a lot of people's opinion that this is actually felony stalking, what he's doing. But he shows back up, confronts us, accosts us again, and that's where this video is going to pick back up, outside in the parking lot of the jail, where he pulls up, acting like a madman troll, bootlicker again.
All right, guys.
Here he is.
Oh, shit.
And I just want to say, this is how I picture all trolls. Everybody, every troll who comment on my channel, or I see comment on somebody else's channel, just trolls on the internet in general, I picture that guy. I picture Bobby. So that's why it will never affect me. It will never bother me. They will never get to me, because that's who I picture when I see trolls. That exact person right there. That's troll. If you were to look up troll, a picture of that guy would be right there.
Huh? Why don't you just tell us?
Huh? What I've been arrested for?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
You
I've been
might-
arrested and tried for aggravated assault.
Or you're all worried about his back.
No, you're not a troll. Some people are the embodiment of it. This is the embodiment of that. I'm not talking about people who just know. I'm talking about that. This is what I'm talking about whenever this is what I'm talking about.
Background.
Messing with people and just throwing stuff out there and this and that. That's different from this guy right here.
Don't be putting it on the fucking live stream.
He's not living. I'm only live streaming.
Huh? I want to know what you find. You hear me? All right.
I'm not. I'm the only one live streaming. He's not.
So worried about everybody's past. Well, you can come to my house, man. I'll sit down. I'll show it all to you.
I mean, I don't know
I'm
why
an
you're
open
so
book.
worried about his past.
I'm an open book.
What's that have to do with anything? You come in here bitching about his past.
Hey, I'm not a felon, man. There you go again with the damn live stream.
He's not live streaming. I'm live streaming.
Let me see, man. Let me see.
See, I'm still live. I got 102 people in here.
I just started 50 seconds ago when you pulled up. I got CRS, like in a Preston H now says.
That one you don't need to record.
Is it Robert or Bobby?
It's Bobby.
Okay.
Y'all know where I live.
I don't know where you live.
I really don't care about your past. But
I don't remember.
Past, so.
No, man. Y'all the ones want to bring. You got to be truthful and transparency. How am I worried about everybody's past? I'm just telling the fucking truth, man.
What did I lie about? Tell me one thing I lied about.
What did I lie about?
I never said you. I never called you a liar. You just said we're liars.
Well, if you don't want the truth about what's out there to be
You might
coming
get something
out,
else, you might.
then that's not transparent.
Who said anything about?
You sitting there talking about I'm worried about everybody's past. I'll tell you everything I've been arrested for. The only thing.
They took your phone with you?
No, I did not.
Yes, you did. We got it on.
I thought your phone was in your car.
You said Matthew Reardon.
3 of them.
Oh.
My main phone's in my car. My backup phone's in my car. This is phone number 3
Dude,
right here.
so the reason I knew where your car was because I tracked it through the app.
Yeah.
I was like, it's still moving. Like, I'm like, where the fuck? I was like, they took it to 4A.
I heard the thing was still going on live.
Dude, it was live for like 2 hours in the car, bro.
You don't understand. You're the freaking
I'll tell you in a minute. I'll tell you when we get home.
I swear to God, I think he's a fucking undercover cop, man. I really
think
do.
you are.
They made you a record just to plant you, man, because you.
Hey, you got a hole in your shirt.
What?
You got a hole in your
Got a
shirt.
bunch of holes in my shirt, man. Huh? That's because I work for a living. See, I do hard labor for a living when I do work. But somebody say I ain't got a job. That's correct. I ain't got a job. I don't work no more. I don't have to. Yeah, because I did my 16 hours a day.
Just because you do hard labor does not mean you have to look like he looks right here. I can understand if your shirt was just dirty, but come on now.
All them years, man. Now I own the company. And you, dude, you're a brick mason, man. You're a bricklayer for 30 years. Strong as hell. Strong as hell. You could take a punch.
What? What?
Be spraying them.
I don't spray nobody, just
I ain't seen
Yeah.
you spray nobody yet. I ain't seen you spray nobody
100%
yet.
self-defense. There's plenty of witnesses there.
See, Joey, why are you dirty, man? Why are you dirty? What do you do?
Because I have to go to work 10 hours a day in the shipyard. I work out in the hot sun all day.
Yeah, you want a job, man? A real job? Because God's son,
I'll be happy to
what
get
you
you
are
in there. I
doing,
need
you
some
are
help
no
over
good
there
at.
where I'm at.
You are no good at, dude, because obviously the stock in charge has to do with filming the mayor. You pleaded guilty for filming to a stalking charge for filming the fucking mayor, man. Come on.
Hey, I got a follower out in Texas.
Yeah, right.
See?
Right?
Yeah.
But obviously you ain't no good at what you do, dude. You want to go to prison?
Obviously, I am pretty good if it made it out here to you.
Dude, going to prison ain't being good at it. You got 300, hell, I got as many subscribers as you. I don't even try. No, I'm telling you, get a real job, man. But
A real job, you
kinda
actually
small.
make more money instead of being online begging for
you
it.
don't want to put him over there in the shop, man. But I don't know. He might be able to do it.
I don't think he will be able to make it the first day.
Nobody's begging for money.
No? Y'all don't get online begging for money?
Hey, keep on scoping out the channel. Keep on giving us more views.
Yeah.
You know, y'all are the ones that are really pumping up our, our earnings.
He makes pretty good money because he's got a following, because he's funny and shit. He's funny as hell. He's got a pretty good following. You got a long ways to go. A long ways to go. Just like right now. Somebody was saying, oh, it's over, or some kind of crap now, man. Ain't nothing over. This has just begun.
It's just begun.
Yeah. Y'all need
Trust me, it's just begun.
$15,000, man.
It's just begun. It is
Yeah.
just begun.
Well, I mean, it's just begun.
It's
You know,
just
like
begun.
I said, I don't know. I wasn't there. Based on everything that I seen, Ninja's live stream, I watched all of it. And I was the one in y'all's live stream, sat there and brought it up. Don't think he was drunk. Think it had to do with distracted driving because you're fumbling with everything in the damn car. Okay? Now, I don't know if you had any alcohol in you or not. Okay? I do not know. I was not there. I did not take no face.
The whole thing was based on alcohol supposedly was drunk. Smelled like alcohol supposedly.
Did you have any alcohol in the vehicle?
Hadn't drank a drop of alcohol in 4 years, and that'll come back on the test.
3 years. I remember you said 3, but now it's 4. But in the vehicle,
About 4 years.
was there anything spilled in the vehicle?
No.
You know, 100% clean.
And it's all about they supposedly smelled alcohol.
That's
Patrol
on the line to the
supposedly
fucking key.
called over and said that I was
Somebody
drinking alcohol.
that has an account named Heather fucking Hope fucking did in fact fucking say they did. Now whether it's the same one or not,
And you know what?
gonna come unglued on me because I spoke the fucking truth,
And not
man.
only did she fuck herself over, because I will get that recorded phone call. Believe me,
Yeah,
there's
who
a
the
trace.
fuck?
There is a recorded phone call.
Yeah.
But she also
So-
fucked the Galveston Police Department over because now they ended up illegally taking blood, illegally locking me up for a
Them
week on some
motherfuckers, they-
bullshit
you-
that could have been
get in
fixed with
line,
a simple
motherfuckers,
fucking
you-
breathalyzer test. A simple fucking breathalyzer could have dismissed
When
all
they
this.
brought you here, what did they say about the breathalyzer?
They wouldn't do a breathalyzer. They took me to the hospital and they did
See?
a blood draw.
See, I also
That's
tried to
crazy.
tell y'all a million times how they work. Okay, they're working this the same way they work with the pipe. Okay, you pick somebody up off the street, you got a crack in the pipe.
I wanna say
here's when
another.
Ninja's gonna call me a goddamn cop. Okay, they pick somebody up off the street with a in the
Hold
pipe to the lab.
on, guys.
Okay. And it takes about 3 months to get the results back for this. In the meantime, you sat in jail for them 3 months. because you can't afford the bond that they put on you. They're waiting for the evidence to return. But because the way it all played out, you understand, then the lab will send back, it'll be, we recovered an amount that's not measurable by weight. Okay, it's not measurable by weight. If you ever smoke, I'll tell you how to clean a fucking pipe. I told them they ain't doing it right. But I can get it out of the smoking, I'm telling you.
Y'all ready to go, man? This man's
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe him. What he just said, I believe that he can. I believe that he can do it.
Anywhere y'all want to meet. Okay? Anywhere you want to meet, I'll prove to the world.
1936, yeah, Bobby. We don't want to fight anybody.
Next time we go cop watching on August 19th, 2023 in Galveston, Texas, you guessed it, there he is, Bobby Kennedy, the troll. Now he's a cop watcher. You can't tell it from this video, but he's got a camera. He's filming the police. We saw him on every stop we filmed that night. Either this guy is a master troll or he's just got some psychological issues or what. You guys, please give me your opinions below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. See y'all later.
All right, y'all. So we already know what's going on there. Man. Don't do crack. Don't do crack. So, all right. So we got Great Lakes audit right here. And this is a $225,000 settlement. Mayor has sheriff remove chief of police. Wow. Let's see what happened here. Oh, my bad. I'm not sharing the screen. My fault, y'all. So let me read that again. This is Great Lakes audit. And this is the $225,000 settlement. The mayor has sheriff remove chief of police.
Give me that badge. Yep, got the badge, got the credentials. The credentials. Yep, so it should be 2 weapons and 3 keys. All right, that's everything. All right, so, all right. Good luck to you. See you, brother. Take care. That's it.
Me too, T. Me too.
What's up, everybody? Great Lakes here, and today's video comes to us from Circleville, Ohio. Many of you might be like, why does that sound familiar? Well, I'll tell you in a few minutes. But for now, here's today's story. Mayor Michelle Bletton asked Sheriff Matthew Hafey to remove Chief Sean Bear from office pending an investigation. And what does that investigation entail? Well, let's take a look at this. This is the letter given to Chief Bear from the mayor's office. Dear Chief Bear, please be advised the city of Circleville is conducting an investigation into allegations of potential misconduct by you, including, but not limited to, the following: harassment, intimidation, retaliation, threats of discipline, misuse of position, improper expenditures, failure to adhere to deadlines, and timekeeping violations.
Wow.
Consequently, you are hereby placed on paid administrative leave pending the outcome of this investigation. The letter continues. During the period of paid administrative leave, you're required to remain available to answer any inquiries, including being able to report in person between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. You are not to come on city property. It's kind of hard to do if you're driving through the city. Or contact the city of Circleville employees, absent prior approval by me or any designee. You are hereby instructed to not retaliate against, harass, threaten, or coerce anyone regarding this matter. You're not to disclose any details of the investigation to any party other than a personal legal representative. Similarly, you are not to conduct any work for or otherwise hold yourself out to represent the city of Circleville during your period of paid administrative leave, absent prior approval from me. While on the period of administrative leave with pay, you are to return all city-owned equipment and identification materials, including but not limited to your badge, ID card, keys to any city building, city radio, city computer, city files, or city work materials that are not currently housed in your office, city phone, city vehicle, and duty weapon. If you have any questions or comments, please do not hesitate to contact me or Kendra Kinney, the law director. Which leads us to this video. This is the body camera footage of Sheriff Heafy escorting Chief Bear out of the police department to his home to retrieve his duty weapon and badge. So let's watch this.
Hey, Matthew.
He's here now. Sean might have some stuff in his office that he wants to pick up, so
I probably won't though. It's just some pictures of Jess and the kids and things like that. I'll probably just I don't have my duty gun on. My duty gun's at home, so I'll probably grab it. And then as far as like my cruiser, it's got the rifle and things like that in that, so I'll have to take it down here to the station and leave it. So
it's not your cruiser, and this is when they find out that it's not theirs. It's not your cruiser. It's not your office. It's not your stuff. The city and the people, the city owns it. The state owns it, which means because it's public, it's not your personal stuff.
can you work that out with him to get his car back to the station?
yeah, or we can if you want if you want him to give your keys and then somebody from the station can come.
Oh yeah. Do you have your keys?
Did I give you that?
Yeah, that's easy.
None of it is yours. You are just a custodian.
Thank you.
That's all I got. So, all right, thank you.
Thanks.
Right. During pumpkin show. Hello, how are you?
Good.
Thank you. I think that when I went through the academy, everything was vacuum. They did the star vacuum. I mean, not everything, but like 90% of it vacuum. How are you? Move back over to here. What's that? Move back over to here. Yeah, the guys told me to move over to here, and then they were deciding who was going to go in there. At that time, Doug was taking care of the detectives, so they can send staff over there. So they took and moved me over to here, which was all right. Man. I never fully moved in. That's why I still got a box of pictures. The biggest question is, did Doug straighten up that picture that's on the wall? So no. Oh, yeah, I moved it out a while back. Oh. I've got that. What's that? I've got that. I just got to find a frame for it. I think that was bought maybe by who was that? Easter egg? Oh, Glenn. I think Glenn might have bought that. Brought that in there. That's not the one I was thinking he bought. He had one was at a Jingle Mingle Republican event back before I started running. And he was bidding against me. Yeah, on it. Should be going back there. You need to get a box for the truck. Be here. You drop your Metal.
Matthew, I'm dropping everything.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I had to meet Rodessa, but she's asleep. So, you know what? So this one here, man. Gotta make sure it's clear. I ain't got a chance to. It should be, but guess I'm getting older, man. I guess in the day we would have ripped someone pretty hard for that.
Yeah, we would absolutely expect the chief or the sheriff to rip someone for not being able to hand someone a cleared weapon properly. You don't hand off a loaded weapon, you hand off a cleared weapon. So this lets me understand this chief's mind right now is just not quite in it. His mindset is a little off. He's not able to keep himself clear and composed in the situation, which means probably shouldn't be a chief of a police department with all those stressors.
I never popped all the mags out, or all the rounds out. The magazines for that one is in the office hanging with my stuff in there, the LBV. It's all on there because when I wear the LBV, I have that one, so all the mags are with it. Okay. That one there is ones they gave us for administrative carry, but I still carry my personal Springfield. I haven't started really carrying that a whole lot yet. Also ID. I think your keys as well, office stuff. Okay, good point. That's also the prox card. Okay. I changed them. Yeah, we got a printer to be able to print them off ourselves. Because I don't know if you guys was using Burger. No, we've got to print some. Yeah, Burger quit doing the whole thing for us, so we had to get our own. Are you guys still able to badge in at the hospital and stuff like that? Yeah, they go ahead and put the numbers in. So that's your normal GM. This one here is McIntyre had done some. That's the schools. Those. Well, McIntyre did this S to do some in our building, and then he decided, nope, that key got out and was compromised. Okay. So then he made an SA key. So you almost have to carry 3 keys now inside the building. So we need to do a new project to be able to get that done. But that's neither here or there. Let's see here. Give me that badge. Yep, got the badge, got the credentials. Yep, so it should be 2 weapons and 3 keys. All right, that's everything. All right, so, all right. Good luck to you. See you, brother. Take care. That's it.
But wait, there's more. Hang on to your seat, baby, because this one's a screamer.
So that is the exit of Chief Bear from the Circleville Police Department as of now, under investigation on paid administrative leave. As the weather is getting nice, it's a paid vacation, but Great Lakes. You said you tell us why Circleville sounds familiar. This is the same department that did this. Ryan Speakman let his canine loose on a man who was giving up to the highway patrol in a chase that cost the city of Circleville's taxpayers $225,000 in a lawsuit settlement that was settled January of this year. Let's look at a little bit of video as a reminder and the settlement.
Sir, here. Here. Down. Here. Here. Down. On the ground. No.
And this is Officer Ryan Speakman with Canine Sarge. I'm sorry, former Officer Ryan Speakman and Canine Officer Sarge. You see, Officer Speakman was fired, but not because of this situation, because of what happened after this situation. Once there became outrage on it, 17 days after this incident, the chief opened an investigation, which is a problem in itself. Second, Speakman here was asked, did you talk to anybody about it? You need to be quiet about it. He's like, no, I didn't talk to anyone. Well, maybe I talked to my dad. Well, maybe this person, maybe that person. Come to find out, he spoke to everybody that's involved in the review board except for the dog trainer himself, which was out of state. Just to discuss this, and crying, sobbing, had to be removed from the building multiple times by the chief because he was a sobbing, sniveling, snotty, crying mess because he's going to lose his dog. He was fired for that, for the interfering of his investigation into his use of force, not for the use of force with the dog. So when this happened in July of 2023, Chief Bear came on a bit of a microscope. Why did it take 17 days to start an investigation? What's going on? Why wasn't he fired for the abuse of force, the excessive use of this animal in a situation that was not warranted? What happened? I honestly feel the old mayor was covering for him and had his back, but the new mayor, I don't think she's putting up with any of this crap, considering what it looks like it's been some abuse by this chief for a little while. So let's take a quick look at the settlement, and I'm going to link in here a very good article that describes some of the concerns of the people in the area, including a local law enforcement professional from the area. So let's just take a look at the settlement real quick. And here we have it. The city of Circleville taxpayers paid $225,000 to Jadarius Rose on January 8th, 2024 for the mauling that he did not deserve by an officer that did not control his animal properly, who had no situational awareness, was not paying attention to anybody else, thought that I am the king of the king of the everything. I don't get it, man. I don't understand this. This kid did not need to be getting this kind of treatment. He did not deserve this mauling. And if you ask me, he deserved a lot more money than 225 grand. But guys, gals, I will be having a full video on the Ryan Speakman, Jadarius Rose canine attack with all the 911 calls from all the surrounding departments. It was like an hour and 20-minute chase. I have the full Highway Patrol audio. I've got it all. But we'll be putting a pretty good one out because there's some things that happened in Speakman's interview that made me kind of curious. But as for now, take care of yourself and each other. I'll see you.
The drugs were there. I did not put the narcotics there.
All right, y'all. So that was wild. You know, I didn't realize that it was a paid vacation. At first I thought they were completely letting him go, but right now he's just on a paid vacation. Hopefully that vacation is forever, because he doesn't need to be back on. He doesn't need to be chief when he's running around letting things like that go on, where you're letting officers sick dogs on people for no reason. After people have already surrendered to you. So once they surrender already and you sick the dog on them, that's wicked. That's sadistic. And for the chief to try to cover that up, you know, he should have been gone. But anyway, here in this video, this is Law and Crime Network, and this is titled Prime Crime, the drug planting scandal that shocked the nation. So this is cops planting drugs on people and ruining their lives. You know, in a lot of my streams, I say that a lot of times all some cops want to do is ruin your life, ruin your day. They want to ruin your day, ruin your week, ruin your year, or ruin your life. That's all they want to do for the sake of whatever reason they have. Rarely are they there to actually help the situation versus just have control over the situation. Soon as they show up, all they think about is control, not solution to the problems. Their mindset, control. We need to control versus we need to solve. But here we go.
On Prime Crime.
That was a slick move, man. Very slick.
Ain't mine, man.
Go ahead and put your hands
No,
on
hell no, that ain't mine. And officers' arrests come into question.
At this point, you are detained, okay?
I don't do anything. I don't mess with that stuff.
He essentially was employing like magic tricks to hide evidence.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. What we got there, my friend? Look at that.
That was so evil. He seen "We wish you a Merry Christmas" while he plant drugs on somebody. That is like wicked. Like, you got to know how crazy a person is to be doing that.
But proving a crime was committed by a member of law enforcement is not an easy task.
We don't actually ever see him planting their narcotics. That raises some red flags to me.
He gave me a piece of advice. Sometimes the people you think you can trust are the very ones you shouldn't. That has stuck with me as the most chilling thing he said.
Hey there, everybody. I'm Jesse Weber, and welcome to Prime Crime. This is where we break down some of the most compelling and memorable true crime cases. Law enforcement are supposed to be the good guys, and many times, if not most of the time, they are. However, there is something very odd that happens in one Florida county, and a spotlight is put on an officer who may not actually be arresting people for crimes, but committing them himself.
Look, man, you seem like you're pretty squared away, okay?
Yeah.
All right. But I do have an issue with something within the vehicle.
What's that?
It's April 8th, 2018 in Jackson County, Florida. What should have been a typical day for a motorist suddenly becomes a life-changing encounter.
You already know there's Florida for you.
With Sheriff's Deputy Zachary Wester.
The day I got stopped, I was actually on my way to work. I was coming through a small town. There was a police officer sitting underneath the overpass. And when he pulled in behind me, I still really didn't think anything of it until the lights came on. And that was when I was like, this is really weird.
Pulled you over. Your driver's license is not valid. Okay. Pulled you out to talk to you about it.
He said that my license had been suspended. And he realized that when he ran my plate. I was like, that's strange because you were facing me under the overpass and you followed me for 3 miles before you flicked the lights on. So the red flags were already going up.
You made a spontaneous statement about there was a handgun in the center console. You said it was okay for me to go retrieve that handgun from the center console.
Yes. He asked if there was anything in the vehicle that I thought he should be concerned about. And I was honest with him. I told him I've got a handgun in the center console, and he asked me if I had a concealed weapons permit.
I just want to say, this is why this is why you don't trust them. They're not your friends. They're not trying to help you. The more information you give them, they're going to use that against you. They're going to use it against you. That's the only reason they're looking to get information from you, to use it against you. I need people to understand that. That's the only reason that they're looking to get they're investigating. All the information that you give them is helping them build the case against you.
I said, no, you don't need one in Florida.
At that point, he had probable cause to pull that car over. Keep in mind, a lot of times, the reason I pull you over does lead into further investigation based on what I see or maybe information that I gathered during that traffic stop.
All right.
Information that you give them. So it's better to either not say nothing. It's better to not say nothing. Really.
I'm gonna read you.
You're better off not saying anything and you be the one asking the question. Don't answer questions, ask the questions.
Your rights, just because I read your rights does not mean you're going to jail. Okay. You have the right to remain silent.
I'm just gonna read your rights to you right now. It doesn't mean it doesn't mean you're going to jail. I'm just gonna read you your rights. Come on now. When have you ever been read your rights and not went to jail?
Anything you say can be used against you in court.
I knew I didn't have anything to hide. That's why I let him search my vehicle. I trusted the process. That's why I let him.
Can be used against you in court.
I knew I didn't have anything to hide. That's why I let him search my vehicle. I knew I didn't have anything to hide. That's why I let him search my vehicle. I trusted the process. Well, those feelings changed a little bit when he read me the Miranda rights.
Opened up the center console, shoved down in between the front passenger seat and where the center console is at. I saw what appeared to be a syringe sticking out. Whenever I went, I looked further, pulled the seat apart. The syringe is actually in like a plastic, larger baggie with a plastic container with a substance in it that appears to be an illegal narcotic. Do you know anything about that?
I do not. I was shocked. I had no idea what the heck he was talking about because I'm not a meth user. I don't do drugs. I've never smoked pot. I've physically never done drugs in my life. It blew my mind that he was in here questioning me about this.
You've never seen this before?
Dude, I have no idea. It's just wild. I was so surprised.
Look, you can tell, like, man,
that it was methamphetamines of all things. It wasn't weed. It wasn't like a crack pipe. It was methamphetamines. It was a used needle.
No track marks.
Dude, I don't use. I mean, you see where we're at. Yeah, man, you gotta check. Like, we're standing here. This definitely has the appearance of illegal activity. You're swearing you know nothing about it.
It just puts me in a bad spot, man.
You know, I thought there had to be an explanation. Maybe somebody left it in my car. I don't know. I have employees. Maybe that's a possibility. But I know the people I hire. We do background checks. I simply don't have addicts working for me.
I'm not saying you're a bad person, okay?
Yeah.
You don't appear to be a user, okay? And if you are a user, you've not been using it long. Or you understand where I'm coming from, right?
Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. I go to work, I come home, I sleep, I go back to work.
Okay.
I don't hang out, party. I don't.
The state entrusts me to be a fact finder, right? Try to put all the pieces to the puzzle together.
If I had $1 for every time someone told me these aren't my pants, though you have them on, and we find the drugs in them, I'd be a very wealthy man. There's that initial denial phase.
I just want you to understand where I'm coming from, man. When it's a felony, I have no discretion in the state of Florida for that, okay? I can't just throw that in the ditch out here and act like it never happened.
Yeah.
So you're going to go to jail today for possession of methamphetamine, for possession of drug paraphernalia.
He took me to jail. My dad worked
that took his heart away right there, man.
at the federal prison there, and I grew up around his lieutenant. My mom made the phone call to him, and she said, hey, something's wrong. Joshua just got arrested for methamphetamines possession. He went in and he signed a paper for conditional release. And he even questioned.
And that right there goes to show you that, you know, if you got people on the inside, they can write a note and you be released. But imagine if he didn't have that connection on the inside like that. His life, you don't know where it will go. He's lucky he knew somebody on the inside.
He grilled me pretty hard. Is there something I don't know? Are you making me look like an idiot? And I was honest with him and said no. I was treated like a criminal through the whole thing. It was the worst 2 years of my life.
Joshua Manuel is adamant he's innocent. Is he telling the truth? Is something else going on here? Little did he know at the time, he would not be the only person claiming the same thing after being pulled over by Deputy Wester.
I've got to test this. Have you ever seen this before?
No. No, what is that?
It did field test presumptive positive for methamphetamine. Okay? Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If I read you your rights, will you talk to me?
I talked to you, man.
Okay.
I'm just saying, man. Hey, dude.
If I read to your rights, will you talk to me? Why would he even ask that?
We're going to get there. We're going to get there, okay?
These drug crimes are serious.
And the thing is, once they find this type of stuff, nothing you say is going to help you. Everything you say can and will be used against you.
Yes. These were possession charges of methamphetamine, which can carry years in jail if people have other prior offenses the penalty can be even more extreme.
Going to jail, you are being legally detained this time, okay? Yeah, the bag of that. No, I ain't So y'all are going to jail, okay, for possession of methamphetamine. Y'all are both in constructive possession of it.
There's also
That's crazy right there that he said both are in possession. How can both be in possession of one thing? You can tell this guy is terrible.
consequences. People lose their job, lose their standing in the community, custody of their children, trust of their loved ones. People who have taken a different path in life and have become sober, now people believe that they've been lying.
You didn't have any weapons or anything you was trying to hide back there?
No. You can't even see me, man.
I can get invasive. I'm going to send you on y'all's way here in just a minute if you didn't have anything.
Never let them search your car. It don't matter if you don't have nothing. They will find something. That's if I get pulled over and they want to search my car, no, you're not going to search my car. If you want to bring whatever, dogs, whatever, then you're going to have to do that. And once you bring all of that and find nothing's there, then we have to figure out, well, what was the reason you did all this? And likely they violated your right. So, they're going to have to pay for that. But never let them search your car, no matter if you have anything or not. Don't listen to the idiots who say, well, if you did nothing wrong, you should just let them search, or if nothing's in there, you should just let them search the car. If just comply and just blah, blah, blah. And you end up in situations like this.
That was a slick move, man. Very slick.
That ain't mine, man.
Go ahead and put your hands
No,
up.
hell no, that ain't mine.
Do not do this.
That ain't mine. Okay. All right. That ain't mine, man. What you trying to do? What are you doing, man?
At first glance, these stops appear to be somewhat routine and by the book.
During my career, I saw drugs hidden in numerous places. A seasoned officer is going to do their due diligence to search every inch of that vehicle. Many times people who are drug users, if they get stopped and they have the drugs, they're in that panic mode. So they're just going to slide it between the seats. They're going to try to hide it really quick. So it doesn't surprise me that some of this illegal drugs were found like in a crack of a seat. That doesn't really raise any suspicions to me.
Hey, what'd you find? Huh? What'd you find? Where? In that flashlight. Whenever I opened it up, there was some crystals on top.
I walked up. It was shoved in between this back seat right here and this back. She was making a lot of movements, just saying that her knees were hurting.
Imagine that.
But is everything really as it appears to be? Upon a closer review, there's something off with Wester's arrests.
Not only this, I don't feel like somebody needs to go to jail for that. Why are they going to jail for? Who's the victim? Who is the victim? Why? What? Who is the victim? That's why I'm not a fan of people going to jail for drug charges if there's no victim involved. If a person is not driving under the influence, if they aren't at that immediately under the influence of the drug, what's the issue? Let people do what they want to do who is the victim? If it's not a victim, then why are these people, why are you filling the jail and the prison system up with these people when there's no victim?
There was troubling behavior that the officer exhibited, such as going back and forth between his vehicle and the recovery vehicle. Every time that this contraband was recovered, there was it appeared intentional deflection of the body cam to not be looking in the direction of the recovered item. And so it looked that all of a sudden, these contraband were found within this vehicle in places where if they were there originally, they, number one, could not have been seen by the naked eye of the officer, or number two, would have been known to have existed by other vehicle occupants.
You still like piece of vinyl right there? Yeah. It was shifted further over
Yes,
this way.
man.
Whenever I
He
first
was
made
on the
contact,
street
you could
of
see
ruining
his
lives.
shoulder raising. It was actually visibly moving up that piece of vinyl. When I walked up here and made contact with her, I said, "You know what you're doing under that vinyl?" He didn't know Trevor was standing right there. He was just digging under that baseball glove and then searched that immediate area for weapons. Just took the baseball glove and threw the bag in the straw. You going to jail, buddy? Going to jail. Have we locked these yet?
What is going on here exactly? Is Deputy
We locked these yet? You going to jail, buddy? Going to jail. Have we locked these yet?
What is going on here exactly? Is Deputy Wester finding drugs or planting them? Up next,
Why are they taking people to jail for a victimless crime?
take a further look at these body cam videos.
There's a lot of discrepancies between the reports and the body cam footage. These body-worn cameras were either turned on late, they malfunctioned, or the video was actually deleted off of the server.
Look, man, you're going to go to jail today for possession of methamphetamine, okay? It was in your vehicle right there at the center console. Come on, man. Please. I don't have much discretion with a felony charge, buddy. I don't have much discretion with that, man.
Dude, my mom was going to work. Oh, man. Dude, I'm serious, dude. Anything. What you want me to do, man?
Between
ruining lives. He doesn't even care. He's a sicko. He know that he planting this on people, and oh my goodness, the
2016 and 2018, Jackson County, Florida Sheriff's Deputy Zachary Wester is making arrests for drug possession.
I moved the driver's seat forward. That little black container you saw me pull out, it had a crystallized substance in it. Whenever I tested that, it did return a presumptive positive for methamphetamine here in the field.
That's her.
You are going to jail tonight for possession of methamphetamine and possession of drug paraphernalia.
But something is strange in Wester's arrests.
The problem in Zachary Wester's case is we have a repeated pattern of Zachary Wester either turning off his camera, not turning it on, videos being deleted. That raises red flags to anybody.
Is it possible that Wester could be planting drugs on innocent people?
He found it in the driver's side compartment. And he watched the receipts.
Yeah. When you watch these body cam footages, most of these searches are only being conducted by.
I'm always suspicious of anybody with a jaw like that.
Found it in the driver's side compartment. And he watched the receipts.
Yeah. When you watch these body cam footages, most of these searches are only being conducted by Zachary Wester. There's not a second person in the car helping him. So he's in there by himself while the second officer or the backup officer is watching the suspect. So that does give Zachary Wester ample opportunity and time to plant those drugs.
If this test, what I think it's going to test for, it's going to put me even more of a bad spot because it's a felony.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about here too.
It did test presumptive positive in the field for methamphetamine.
So apparently he knew what it was going to test before he tested it, because he's the one who planted it. Excuse me.
How he planted it in my car is still a question that literally keeps me up at night. I still can't figure it out. I know what happened, I just don't know how.
How quickly can you get there? Because I'm being arrested for possession of narcotics. I don't want to talk about it right now.
The only explanation I've been able to come up with is he went to the back of his car, he put the bag with the syringe in his glove, carried the gloves to the car, dumped it in the passenger seat, then put the gloves on, and quote unquote started his search. Jackson County police officers, they wore short sleeves. They weren't long sleeves. He couldn't have tucked it in his shirt. He didn't like reach down on his boot or anything like that. I think he just carried it in his glove from the back of his patrol car into mine.
Let's take a closer look at these stops to see if Wester is the one breaking the law.
You know what that is? No, sir. You don't know what that maybe appears to be?
Maybe meth or cocaine.
Okay.
I've never seen that in my life. What the
The straw has some residue in it, okay?
Most people will make denials, and that's why the law is pretty clear when you try to refute the existence of probable cause. A suspect's denials are not sufficient to refute probable cause.
All right, both of y'all are just gonna be detained at this time, okay? I can undetain you, I just can't unarrest you. What the hell?
But there is a consistent look of surprise on these people's faces. You can tell when people feign surprise. You can tell when it's an, "Oh shucks, you found my stuff." This was a little bit different.
Check fingerprints on that bottle.
Yeah, we will, man.
Nah, do not do drugs.
It was a level of indignation, shock.
At this point, you are detained, okay? All right. When I was searching the vehicle on the side that you were seated in like a brown tie-up bag, that white little Excedrin bottle, okay, bottom corner, with the way it was positioned, I opened it up, there is a crystallized substance in the bottom of it. It did return a presumptive positive for methamphetamine here on the side of the road. So my question is...
I don't do anything. I don't mess with that stuff.
Part of the other problem is that this officer was trying to convince them that maybe somebody else left something in their vehicle to explain away why they genuinely might not know that there was contraband in their vehicle. And so that is able to create some plausible deniability for him that maybe it wasn't him that put it there.
You gotta be careful who you let in your vehicle. Okay, if that is not yours...
This company policy though, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Like I have to have an employee with me come to the bank for the deposit every single morning.
Wester's demeanor on the side of the road was probably the worst part, not because he was mean, but because he was so nice.
This is unfortunate for you today, okay?
Yeah, believe me.
This is gonna be a fork in the road, man. You can go left or right, right?
The buddy demeanor, then, oh no, you're going to jail. It was a lot of the same MO over.
Disgusting, man. This is evil. Evil.
And over again. He was playing a game, which is sick.
But catching Wester in the act is not so simple.
That black container, it was right here.
I combed through these videos and you do not directly see him planting evidence. You see what could be argued to be an inadvertent aversion of body camera at the critical moment this stuff is recovered. He essentially was employing like magic tricks to hide evidence.
Coming up, can the truth be uncovered?
No, sir.
I'm not going to ask you 3 questions. I'm going to read you your rights first, okay? So just hang out for this.
What is it?
When you are corrupt, when you are dirty, when you're a liar, it's going to catch up with you at some point. But that one piece of evidence right there proves to be crucial in this case.
If I was driving that vehicle right there, okay, and if my corporal pulled me over and searched the vehicle, and if he found that, what would happen?
Probably wouldn't be working here.
Wouldn't be working here, I'd lose my certification, I'd go to jail. Whenever you get behind the wheel of that vehicle, dude, you are in possession of everything in this vehicle, okay?
Out in Jackson County, Florida, between 2016 and 2018, Sheriff's Deputy Zachary Wester is arresting various people after supposedly finding narcotics in the cars they were driving.
If I would have never lifted the center console, I would not have seen that orange part sticking up. It was right between the console and the front passenger seat, man.
Not only do these motorists claim the drugs don't belong to them,
You are in constructive possession of methamphetamine, okay? So you are going to jail today for possession of methamphetamine because it was on your side of the vehicle. What I'm going to do, though, since that young little boy's looking back, I'm not going to put you in handcuffs, okay?
but between inconsistencies in his reporting, the body cam turning off at key moments, and the locations of where the drugs are found, something's not right, and someone starts taking notice.
There was a whistleblower in this case named Christina Pumphrey. She worked for the state attorney's office at the time. There were a lot of things with this case that just didn't sit right with her. So she started doing her own investigating.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Is that seat slide? Man, I'm in the Christmas spirit. What we got there, my friend? Look at there.
They actually start picking up on some discrepancies from his reports to what's actually shown on the body-worn camera. And this right here is the crucial moment. We need to look into this a little bit further. We've got to notify the supervision to start running an investigation into Wester. At that point, they start pulling all these traffic stops.
However, there's a big problem.
So this ain't yours in the door right here. You are going to be detained now, okay? Because it was in the door. Okay, I'm just detaining you. Just put your hands behind your back for me.
On his body cam footage, we don't actually ever see him planting their narcotics. That raises some red flags to me. Did he actually find the drugs, or were they actually planted? I don't know.
He had mastered what he was doing. He knew when to turn his body camera off. He knew when to keep it on. He knew when to find whatever he was going to find. The fact that he was so comfortable doing it, he was so good at only showing what he wanted to show until it came to the Teresa Odom video. That's when he really slipped up.
Deputy Westwood Jackson County Sheriff's Office, reason for my stop is your brake lights. They work 1 minute and the next minute they don't work. You got your driver's license on you, ma'am?
I just got tickets the other day. I'll be glad to show
Oh,
you.
did you? No, you're fine. Would you consent to a search of your vehicle? You're fine with that? Okay.
You know, we saw in the Teresa Odom case where there was a frame-by-frame shot of his body camera. And we saw that there was a clear baggie in Wester's hand during the stop.
You can physically see a packet with a white powder in his hand before he puts his glove on, which he later finds that same packet in Teresa Odom's truck.
It is yogurt, sir.
I know. Okay.
It's yogurt.
How about this, though?
That is not mine. No, sir.
Okay. I'm not going to ask you any
No,
direct,
sir.
I'm not going to ask you any direct questions. I'm going to read you your rights first, okay?
That's what blew the case wide open in reality, what you see in his hand before he ever searches the truck. That's what really, really got him in trouble.
Authorities discover a stash of drugs and paraphernalia hidden in the trunk of Wester's patrol car. After an investigation by the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, it's suspected that Zachary Wester planted narcotics in dozens of traffic stops. In 2019, Wester is arrested, and he's ultimately charged with 67 crimes with respect to 12 victims: racketeering, official misconduct, fabricating evidence, false imprisonment, perjury, and possession of controlled substances and drug paraphernalia.
The first thing that I thought was, this deputy wants to get involved in some type of narcotics unit. So he's trying to pad his numbers. What we kept seeing during these traffic stops was it seemed to always be methamphetamine. Nothing really surprises me there. You know, we still have a methamphetamine problem across the United States. A proactive law enforcement officer, you stumble upon drugs on a frequent basis. He's trying to show that he goes out here, he makes big cases. I worked in a unit that focused on street level narcotics, and it's hard to get into these units.
He gave me a piece of advice. Sometimes the people you think you can trust are the very ones you shouldn't. That has stuck with me as the most chilling thing he said. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have trusted the police officer standing in front of me. And how awful is that to have to say? When you think of all the other people before me and after me who he played the same game with, and he won those. He had no fear in what he was doing. To have that kind of power and use it that way, it's disgusting.
Zachary Wester may have been arrested, but he is presumed innocent. The more challenging issue now is, can prosecutors prove Zachary Wester is guilty?
I am surprised and alternately impressed that the DA's office actually took this to trial, because I think that everybody in law enforcement in the DA's office, they knew at the pit of their stomach that there was something really wrong here. But convincing people who are not in the industry, a jury of just regular folks, that this was a deviation and a criminal act was actually a heavy lift.
This is so wicked. And the fact that he was able to do this, smiling, joking, singing Christmas carols, is like psychopath. This is like the mindset of serial killers.
I've been singing it. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
In ways, he is a serial killer because he's killing people's lives without a second thought, just sending people, just ruining their lives. You know, this is, oh my.
And I like to hum a tune in case something ever goes in front of the jury, you know. So they're not just sitting somewhere, just like elevator. So they're not just sitting somewhere chilling, hanging out.
In May 2021, a Florida trial began that was quite startling to see. A former police officer named Zachary Wester was facing 67 criminal charges in connection with planting drugs on unsuspecting and innocent motorists.
This is a case about an abuse of an incredible power. The defendant used his position as a deputy sheriff to make traffic stops on 12 members of this community and plant methamphetamine in their cars, methamphetamine and paraphernalia. He turned what should be a law enforcement agency, and is, into something for his own use that was criminal.
The strongest evidence was what was examined under a closer professional eye. We have a very similar MO, a policy, a practice that this individual employed, the recovery of the same type of substance, not within direct view of body cam, movements that could not be accounted for, divergent paperwork, unexplained discrepancies in tests and field testing.
Josh Emanuel voluntarily told the defendant that he had a gun in his car before the defendant had any reason to search it. Now, why would he do that if methamphetamine was really in his car? Why would Mr. Bowling give the defendant his corrections ID, letting this deputy know right away that he's got a criminal history? Why would he do that if there was methamphetamine in the car?
Man, if I know that was in there, you think I'd tell you go here and search, man? Come on, man, really?
People still do sometimes.
Why would they consent to a search of the car? There's no reason to. They consented to search because they didn't have anything to hide.
And the prosecution.
And that's where you mess up. Thinking that you don't have nothing to hide. So you said, yeah, go ahead, search my car. No.
Honed in on arguably their strongest piece of evidence.
Why in the world does the defendant have palmed in his hand, which is clasped like this, not like this, not like this, like this, a plastic baggie? Why in the world does he have that there? I would submit that this is objective evidence where you see him planting drugs in the moment. You see something in his hand that has no reason, no logical reason, given this stop and what we know about it, for it to be there. This is him planting evidence.
They found drugs in his car.
You see it.
People were saying you could see the baggie. I could not see it. I think the hardest part
I saw it.
for a prosecutor here is, number one, there's no smoking gun. And number two, there's a really flimsy motive for the regular person. You have to understand why someone with so much to lose would risk.
Mr. Wester went one by one through each and every stop and arrest. Many other officers, all nothing unusual, no red flags with anything Mr. Wester did. Many of those same officers were not surprised at all that those suspects denied ownership of the drugs and the paraphernalia that Mr. Wester found in their cars. There is no direct evidence of Mr. Wester doing anything wrong. Not one person said they saw him doing anything unusual.
Not actually seeing him plant the drugs, that may come off as, that was just a bad angle of the camera. But again, juries do want to actually see that. Jurors want to see physical evidence.
This is why you have to record everything. And if they try to tell you not to record, they're doing it it's a violation of your First Amendment right, because when you have video evidence to put in front of a jury, nothing can be denied, nothing can be misinterpreted. It's there. It's the physical evidence is there. And if you don't have that evidence where they can see, then your case is harder to either win or easier to lose.
Many of them entered pleas. Nobody challenged anything in a courtroom, and nobody filed any complaints with the sheriff's office.
Here's the other harder part, the victims. Some of them pleaded guilty. And what that means is if you plead guilty, you can't later say that you didn't do it. The people who admitted that the drugs were theirs, in the eye of the law, the drugs were theirs.
Most of the people that got up there and testified also said, yeah, I'm suing. And at least one of them said, yes, a conviction here would definitely help my civil case. So is there an interest? Yes. And what is that? Money.
Some of these people on traffic stops entered a guilty plea because they felt like, who's going to believe my word over a deputy sheriff's word? That's a legitimate concern. So
yeah, they do that. So here's a plea. So we'll give you 6 months probation, but if you lose the case, you might serve 5 years. Most people are going to take 6 months probation.
You've got a public defender or your attorney that's saying, hey, look, if you just plead to this, you're going to get no prison time. The pressure's on you just to say, I want this to go away.
And the jury got to hear from those alleged victims themselves.
The white small plastic baggie that was in that spoon that the deputy just showed you on this video. Had you ever seen that before?
No, sir.
Was that in your car?
No, sir.
He said that he smelled marijuana emitting from the vehicle.
Had you been smoking marijuana in the vehicle?
No, sir, absolutely not.
What about Miss Smith?
Absolutely not. She was 3 months pregnant.
How long was it between you packing Reginald's lunch and this defendant pulling you over and saying he found meth in it?
Less than 5 minutes.
Was there any meth in that lunchbox?
No, sir.
Did you put any meth in it?
No, sir. He told Reginald put his hands behind his back, and he told me to go over towards the tree.
At some point, did you try to film this on your phone?
Yes, sir.
What happened?
He was acting weird. He told me that I would be arrested if I did not put my phone down.
Testifying against Wester was scary just for the fact that you're testifying against a law enforcement officer.
The only thing I really saw was the fact that he did kept going back into the car like several times over and over and over again. Because he'd come back, he'd talk to me, he'd go back to the car, he'd come back to me, he'd go back to the car.
This is someone the state has put in place to protect and serve. They're entrusted with the public safety. They're entrusted to do the right thing, and they took an oath to do so. So when you're sitting in a courtroom saying, that's a dirty cop, it doesn't look good.
He said he found a syringe in a baggie that looked like it had been used. He said it was stuffed down in between the passenger seat and the center console.
Would you have seen it if something was there?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Was there anything like that there?
No.
Everybody says they're innocent. Everybody said it wasn't mine. Everybody says they have nothing to do with it. So going into that, you're thinking, how many other people have been in my spot testifying against an officer? Typically that doesn't go very well.
You never saw him with a needle or bag or anything in his hands until after he came out of your car? No, he was pretty far in there when he was reaching for the gun. Did you see him reaching in his pockets or anything? No. Okay. And he's wearing short sleeves, so he didn't have anything up his sleeves either, did he?
But I knew I had to do it. I had a clean record. I was the quote-unquote key witness in this case because of my clean record. So me testifying was a big deal for the state.
Then it was time for Zachary Wester to take the stand.
Did you plant this substance in Mr. Williams's lunchbox?
I did not.
The report that you wrote in that case, did you falsify anything in this report?
Nothing. No, sir.
With Miss Wood, was there anything with her that you planted so that you could arrest her?
No.
Was there anything in your report that wasn't true about Miss Wood?
No.
The marijuana shake and the methamphetamine that you found in the vehicle, did you plant that there?
I did not, no.
This case is tough because you're dealing with a professional witness. Cops, part of their job is they testify. Police officers are trained to be great witnesses.
The allegation is you found 6, but only entered 5 into evidence.
And that would be correct.
Okay. Tell us why.
It was determined that one that was unused could have very well been for his diabetes that he just stated that he uses syringes for. So I didn't determine that one to be of evidentiary value, and it was just simply disposed of.
Did you take that other needle and hide it?
Look at the, if you look at the micro expressions, you know.
In your car to plant in somebody else's car later? Did you take that other needle and hide it in your car to plant in somebody else's car later?
No, I did not.
There are certain strategies and techniques when people testify that become learned and practiced over time. Not getting overly emotional, answering only what is asked, responding in a way that is non-confrontational, non-argumentative.
In all of these cases that we've talked about, you did not plant any evidence.
That never crossed my mind, no.
These were legitimate stops, searches, and you found illegal narcotics.
Psycho.
Yes, sir.
By and large, he was really good on the stand.
Methamphetamine is quite prevalent here in Jackson County, correct?
Methamphetamine is very prevalent in Jackson County. I've seen firsthand the destruction that methamphetamine has on families, has on friends. And in my job as a deputy sheriff, I wanted to be as proactive as I could. I didn't feel that the citizens of Jackson County wanted to pay me to just sit somewhere and wait for a call.
Wester even tried to explain away the arguably incriminating evidence from the Odom stop.
In the void space, there was a baggie of some sort. I didn't know at the time if it was of evidentiary value or not. It didn't appear as if it had narcotics in it. It didn't appear as if it had anything that may have been of value, but nonetheless, I wanted to try to preserve it, so I grabbed it. And whenever I entered the vehicle, it was in my left hand, but I wanted to be able to still use my fingers. Before I put my gloves on, I moved my hand and I placed that item in the driver's side floorboard, and I continued my search.
The state was showing these still photos. There's something in your hand.
Sure.
There is something in your hand.
Absolutely.
Was it that bag of methamphetamine that's sitting there on that spoon right now?
It was not, no.
It was obvious to me that Wester had been coached a lot for his testimony. That's not uncommon. Wester had done his homework and really prepped for the questions that were probably going to be asked by the state prosecution.
Where on your body camera video do we see you handle that baggie and either picking it up or putting it down or looking at it closely to determine what's in it?
Whenever I put that baggie in the front driver's side floorboard, I never seen it again. I'm not sure if it's because when a semi came through, it blew it into the roadway. There was really no need for me to go walk across 231 at the busiest time of the day to try to find something to go walk. Came through, it blew it into the roadway. There was really no need for me to go walk across 231 at the busiest time of the day to try to find something that I didn't even know was evidentiary value or not.
Why'd you set it down on the floorboard if you didn't know if it had evidentiary value or not?
So that I could search the vehicle.
How about searching what's in your hand? How about that?
I didn't expect him to actually get on the stand. He kept move his nose. He was very twitchy and nervous the whole time. He lost his cool on the stand several times with the state attorney.
Your theory was that because mom had been in the car at some point and mom had been a meth user years before, that even if they were in accidental possession, that you went ahead and arrested them.
I did. And here's the thing. Most of the time, they deny knowledge. So, Mr. Williams, you're presenting to this jury that in the First Circuit where you work, that if someone says that they didn't know about the narcotics, you're just going to drop the case on every single narcotics charge that comes on your desk?
Sir, you know that's not what I'm saying.
It sounds to me that's what you're saying.
Okay. Well, thank you for your input. I'll remind you, as you're aware, that I asked the questions, you answer them.
Sure.
I just really believe that he came across a little cocky, a little arrogant versus, hey, I'm truly innocent here.
The goal of the body camera is to allow someone else in this very court system, perhaps, to see what you or any other deputy would see while they had that body camera on. Isn't that right?
Body cameras are very beneficial. Yes.
Not for Reginald Williams. We don't have one, right? So why don't we have one for him?
If the body camera video for Mr. Reginald Williams would not have been deleted from the server, this jury would have had a chance to review that body camera.
Who deleted it?
Mr. Williams, I don't know.
If someone deleted it, did they delete the front part of the manual video? Did they go in and delete that as well?
Mr. Williams, I've already testified as to the first part of that Emmanuel video, and I made it very clear that the body camera experienced a malfunction.
And it so happened that that missed the part where you would have first gotten into the car and had a chance to see the syringe in the baggie. Is that right?
I would disagree with that.
That's not when the error occurred?
I would disagree with that.
Then why isn't it on the video?
Mr. Williams, I've explained this to you 3 or 4 times now as far as why that is not on the video.
Is there some reason you will not answer that to the jury?
The body camera error occurred as soon as the traffic stop was initiated.
The defense's case was actually pretty solid, and it's not really due to the defense attorney. It was Wester's covering of his actions. He had an explanation for everything. He had cut his body cam on and off at certain times perfectly and explained it away as a malfunction. And they questioned people involved in IT in that department. Is this a possibility? Well, yeah, it's a possibility. It's a body cam.
Now, you've testified that you saw Kimberly Hazelwood reach down and put that Excedrin bottle in that trash bag. Is that right?
Yes.
Where's that on the video?
The body camera doesn't pick it up, okay? But whenever you look through the back window, you will be surprised at how a body camera, how it darkens things. And you have to remember, a body camera sees a narrow field of view. It sees what it wants to see. So I was able to see that with my eyes through that back.
So it seems like he knows the body cam pretty good, and he knows what it can see and what it can't. So that makes sense.
That was tough to sit in the courtroom and say, I don't know how he did it, but I know he did. And I hope there's enough evidence to prove it. The packet being in his hand before he put his glove on. The fact that he didn't have him finding anything on camera. It was just there. So the jury really had to go by their belief in whether or not he was a dirty cop.
And to the jury this case went. Would they believe Zachary Wester was upholding the law or breaking the law? After deliberating more than 7 hours over the course of 2 days, this was the jury's decision.
We, the jury, find as follows as to the counts charged and the information. Count 1, guilty of racketeering as charged. Count 2, not guilty. Count 3, not guilty. Count 4, not guilty. Count 7, guilty of official misconduct related to Teresa Odom as charged.
In a split decision, the jurors found Zachary Wester guilty of 19 charges, including racketeering, official misconduct, false imprisonment, and possession, but not guilty on 48 other charges.
So I think they came back with the right verdict, convicting him on the charges that they had the strongest evidence on.
There were so many more not guilties called out than there were guilty verdicts. And that was rough to hear as someone who went through it. He's getting off on all of these cases. But in the end, after all was said and done, he was found guilty on charges relating to 3 of the people involved. Myself, Stephen Van, and Teresa Odom. In that moment, you're like, someone realized that this wasn't right. And you start thinking that maybe he'll get the time he deserves.
As to count 1, racketeering, which is a first-degree felony, you are sentenced to serve 5 years in the Florida Department of Corrections. As to count 7, official misconduct, 18 months. As to count 31, fabricating evidence, 1 year and 1 day. As to count 64, that's false imprisonment, you were sentenced to serve 1 year and 1 day. Therefore, it is the intention of the court that you are sentenced to serve a total of 12 years, 6 months, and 8 days. in the Florida Department of Corrections.
There's no one that dislikes a dirty cop more than I do. It's wrong. It taints the agency. It taints the badge. Actions and behavior like this in law enforcement will not be tolerated, and you will be held accountable for your actions.
But it was tolerated, and he was partially held accountable. So this what, like, what are you talking for? You saying, oh, you don't like, but you steady on this guy's side. You didn't condemn anything anything about this officer, and you're saying, oh, they're going to be held accountable. And look what it took for them to find him guilty of only a few of the charges that he got. I think he had almost 50, and he got charged for 20 of them, or about 20.
People will not agency. It taints the badge. Actions and behavior like this in law enforcement will not be tolerated, and you will be held accountable for your actions.
People lost kids, grandkids, their right to work, no questions asked. I mean, I still have my fair share of side effects from it. To this day, if I see police lights, my heart drops and I have a panic attack on the road. There's a bad apple in every profession, but when you run into a bad cop, that can change your life. And it can be for the good, it can be for the worst. And this time, for a lot of people, it was for the worst.
For a moment, just think about the impact that Zachary Wester had here. So in total, prosecutors dropped charges in 119 cases involving Wester. Over 30 of the people that he arrested agreed to a nearly $1 million federal court settlement. His career, reputation, ruined. He's locked up behind bars for years. And you have all of these people who are going to go through life knowing that they were falsely arrested by someone who was entrusted to uphold the law. And all of this for what? That question of why he did it, it is still not clear. And honestly, I'll tell you what, it may never be clear. That's all we have for you here on this episode of Prime Crime, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to see you next time. And as always, stay safe.
All right, y'all. So insane. That was horrible. Horrible, G-Ma. Horrible. I don't know. I think we're having issues with the Wi-Fi. Hopefully it's still playing and everything, but I'm going to stop the screen share. Only 3 people out of all those people. He's unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, y'all. So with that being said, AWB, I'm out. I'm wrapping this stream up. I catch y'all on the next one. I appreciate everybody for watching, and man, crazy. And I'm gonna end it off with, I love that, G-Ma.